Welcome to Like Pigs in Space, an arts and culture podcast. I'm Aaron Mason.
I'm Max Mason.
Here we are
Hi.
again.
Yeah. Here we are.
I was laughing because I just saw a reel go by. There's this guy that does these pieces that are like, I live in the Northwest, and they tells about, and it rains a lot here, but it doesn't rain a lot. But it rains a lot, but it doesn't rain a lot.
I saw that.
Yeah, I always feel like I get what you mean, but most wouldn't know what you're talking about. Like it rains a lot, but it doesn't rain a lot.
Yeah.
But sometimes it does rain a lot, but it doesn't rain a lot.
It did actually rain a lot this week.
Yeah. So I thought of that because you said you had the what is it?
Atmospheric river.
Atmospheric river. Yeah. That made me think, oh.
Yeah. This seems like a crazy number, but one of the meteorologists said it was like 5 to 10 trillion gallons of water in the sky.
Oh.
Which seems like a lot. That seems like too much.
That seems like too many waters. Yeah. The area and everything that it covers, yeah, maybe, but yeah, that's funny.
I have a lot of notes for this one, and it's probably best to just get into it and get going.
Okay.
I do think that I'm going to start with the same question that we started this whole thing with.
Okay.
Do you remember?
No. I know there was one, but it's been... No. What was the first question?
The first question was, do you like bugs?
Oh. Oh, that's right. I remember now. Yeah. And I do.
Yeah.
I had somebody today or last night, there's a new young couple, and he's like, we were talking a lot of similarities, and he goes, here, I'll show you pictures of my dad's apothecary office, and and see all those bugs? He caught all of them, and so
yeah,
it was fun to see that.
Yeah, that's cool. That's reminds me of at the OMSI here, they had some sort of exhibit. I forget what it was called, but it was like collages of like swirls and stuff, but it was all made out of bugs.
Oh wow,
like dead bugs they'd found. and like lizards and birds and stuff too.
Oh,
it was crazy. It was really cool.
Sounds a bit intense.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy that they had that enough bugs that they didn't need for research or anything, that they could just make them into sculptures.
Right.
But I want to talk a little bit about the life cycle of an insect.
Okay.
Because for most insects, it's about the same. It's the egg, larva, pupa, and the final stage is the imago, or Latin for image.
Okay.
And there's these things, and I won't say what they are yet. But there's things that are present in the larva that are sacs of epithelial structures.
Oh, okay.
They're just little things, and they're all in pairs, and they're present right from birth. That eventually, as the insect progresses and it goes into that imago, they form the wings and the legs and the antenna and all the things like that. So it's just it's this kind of interesting little thing that you wouldn't expect to be there. That's just part of the whole life of the insect that isn't even important until much later.
Interesting.
Yeah, just like really cool, crucial element. They are called imaginal disks.
Oh, that's a cool name. I like that.
So that brings us to what we're talking about, which is an album called Imaginal Disk.
Oh, okay.
It's spelled different. It's disc with a K instead of disc with a C.
Right. Okay.
And this album is not about bugs, but it's also not about bugs.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So, yeah, this album is called Imaginal Disk. It's by the band Magdalena Bay.
All right. I've heard of them. I think this is another one that somebody told me about that I haven't listened to enough of. So
yeah.
So this will all be new to me.
Oh, good. Yeah. So this album came out in August 23rd of 2024.
Okay.
So pretty new. And the band, it's a duo. It's Matt and Mika are the two
Okay.
people. So Mika Tenenbaum, I think is how you say the last name. She is from Argentina, but she moved to Miami as a baby and just been there the whole time.
All right.
And Matt Lewin, he was born in Miami, but he is of Argentinian descent.
Okay.
Interestingly enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they met at a after school music program, kind of like a School of Rock thing,
Oh,
where you go and learn
interesting.
music, but you actually
Yeah.
do like covers, like full bands. And
Oh, neat.
they were in different bands, but she wasn't really vibing with her band, and Matt's band, their singer just wasn't showing up.
Oh,
So they met and just instantly started gelling. What's also interesting is that the other musicians in the band, the drummer and the bass player, are still their touring members.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's kind of nice.
yeah. So they've all been making music together for the whole time, but Magdalena Bay is just those two. They write all
Okay.
the music. So I not that I think this will be a huge thing for the album, but maybe. What do you know about Miami? Because I know you've been there.
Yeah, it's a funny place because it is very showy. Because
Uh-huh.
it's really easy if you're in downtown Miami to really think that everybody is trying to get the biggest, most obnoxious boat that you could ever want, and that all the buildings are these kind of tall, gaudy buildings, and the whole place is just city. And then you go over a couple miles and you're in Little Havana, and it's totally Cuban culture and wonderful. And then
Yeah.
you go across to I think it's South Beach, and you've got this huge row of Art Deco hotels, and it's great.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
and it's just like, but in between Miami and there, you cross these bridges, and you're going across these little bits of land that are basically islands of mansions.
Okay. Yeah.
And so it's just this weird, and then right in the middle of downtown, it was like a couple miles over from kind of there's a little pocket of a park that has a biosphere that
Oh, okay.
is ancient
Oh, really?
and looks like Miami used to look and does not look like at all anymore. But there's this little pocket, and there's a
Yeah.
funky little house next to it, and it's just like, why is this here? So
Nice.
it's an interesting place. It's very
Yeah.
kooky.
Like very eclectic hodgepodge.
Yeah, and then the north side of Miami is getting into Fort Lauderdale, I think, and that's where there's all these big hotels like Trump and all those kind of things are all
Oh,
big, obnoxious, huge hotels up that
Yeah.
way. So it's this weird place. It's great. I love it, but it's weird.
Well, cool. Yeah, I think that might kind of play into them, at least their like aesthetic choices, maybe.
Sure. Sure.
So a little bit about like the inspiration for the album. Kind of it came from when Mika was kind of studying ideas of self and metamorphosis, and that's where like the whole bug
Right.
discussion comes in from. But these like ideas of self and consciousness and memories and all that. The other thing, one other thing I want to talk about is their aesthetic, because it's a very strong aesthetic
Okay.
they have for the band. I tried to like make an explanation that would make sense,
Okay.
maybe to kind of convey it without actually seeing it.
Sure.
And to me, it seems that it's kind of like if 90s kids shows and the Labyrinth had a baby
All right.
that was like chronically online and played a lot of 2000s computer games and maybe did LSD.
Okay. All right.
It's like very early internet vibes
Yeah.
to it. And it's really cool. Like they made this whole like world map on their website where you can like click around and go to like out in the field, or you can go to a house and
Yeah.
click around. I think you can go down to a club and
Yeah,
go to a show.
that does sound like early internet, right?
It's fun because if you go into the house and there's a TV there, and if you click on it, it pops up this YouTube video, and it's a video of a CD disc being spun until it explodes,
Oh,
like at super high speeds.
did you ever go on? I don't know if it's still up and running, but the Gorillas website is like
Oh
that.
man, I don't remember much, but I kind of remember being
Yeah,
there.
you travel through rooms and stuff. It's great. It's nuts too.
Yeah. Oh,
And
it's fun.
yeah. So
Yeah.
sometimes I don't know if it's still running, but since they're doing that big interactive installation now, I bet you
Mhm.
they have something that's also
Yeah.
doing that. So,
Yeah.
but oh, cool. That's fun when they put effort into a website to make it something outside of themselves.
Yeah. And that same aesthetic kind of translates into their like music videos
Okay.
and also a lot of their like Instagram and TikTok posts
Cool.
are really fun and quirky and weird.
It'll be interesting to see and hear it because most of what you described sound like a Eurovision band, and then
Yeah.
you start, and then a couple of things were like, but they wouldn't do that. But but so
Yeah.
interesting.
Well, you should hold on to that idea because it
Okay.
might come up again.
All right. Good.
Yeah. So
Okay.
this is a concept album. I think the concept came after they had written most of it,
Okay.
but it does, I think, hold up pretty well. And which is, I think, a strong quality of a concept album is if you can listen to it hundreds of times and never realize it's one.
Oh yeah. I think that means you're in sync with each other, and you both are sharing a vision that you finally realize when you put it all together.
Yeah. Or it
Yeah.
makes me think of like Trench. Like if you didn't know any of the story, you maybe have some questions, but you could listen to a lot of the songs
Yeah.
and be like, this is just good songs.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. They're I mean, speaking of them, if you are unified, because I keep seeing videos about how they'll just do stuff and Josh will just go with it. Like
Mhm.
like they're good at
Yeah.
they're good at being a band together.
Right. Yeah.
So
So the main concept of the album is based around a character. Her name is True,
okay,
and she undergoes this imaginal disc procedure where they insert this CD into your head that's supposed to like give you the idealized perfect version of yourself. But her body rejects it and it erases her memories.
oh
So she kind of has to relearn
yeah,
what being human is like and relearning herself. And
very cool.
yeah, so it's really cool. I could just say that this is like a pop record, and in a way, it is a pop record. But I think that kind of undersells what it can do. So before this band, they were both in another band called Tabula Rasa.
Okay,
It was kind of like
Yeah.
a local Miami band, but it was like a prog rock group,
oh cool, okay,
like King Crimson, Yes,
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of stuff.
oh wild,
And that shows up in this music a lot. This is their second album. Their first album, it kind of shows up, but their first one is more like electro pop, maybe like
Cool.
R&B. But yeah, it shows up in a lot of like time and tempo changes, these like really cool chord progressions,
yeah,
and like crazy syncopation. That's really fun. And it's also
Very cool.
all home produced. They all did it at their home studio, besides like some drums here and there. And
oh nice. That's always cool when people are that talented. They
Yeah.
can do that. So
yeah, so the first album, a little bit because it kind of plays into the beginning. Is called Mercurial World.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it's that kind of electro pop, more like it's good. I thought it was fun. But it loops forever. It can loop. The last song loops back into the first song, so you can just like play it nonstop.
Yeah.
And also, the last song blends into the first song on Imaginal Disk, kind of like breaking that loop into this new
Oh.
album.
Interesting.
One final thing before getting to the songs. I just want to talk about my experience with the album.
All right.
Because like a lot of good things recently, this was suggested to me by Chloe.
Okay. Cool.
And I had seen it around, but I hadn't listened to it yet. And so she listened to it and she showed me a song in the middle of the album called Vampire in a Corner. And listening to it, I was like, okay, this is fun, kind of cutesy. And then it goes on. It's like, whoa, this is pretty amazing. And it's like, okay, I'm going to have to listen to this.
Do you know what mercurial means?
I didn't look it up.
So what it means, and that's the context of using it is kind of interesting, but it means subject to sudden or unpredictable changes of mood or mind. So that's, I mean, if you're talking about the kind of the subject matter of the second album, it's almost like concept to concept.
Yeah.
Like I might change, and then you go and they're like, you see hints of it, and then go to the next album and like, hey, look, there's a whole new change, or something like that. Like I've forgotten everything.
Right.
So that's interesting. Yeah,
that's really cool. So when I was first listening to this, my first thought was like, I don't like this.
Okay.
Yeah. But I wanted to stick with it and kind of be like, okay, well, why? Why don't I like this? And I was like, is it too poppy? And it's like, but I like pop music. I don't have any issues there. I thought maybe it's her voice. Her voice is kind of
right.
Not what I like. But it's like her voice is kind of goes, at least to me, goes between like Gwen Stefani and Britney Spears.
Oh.
Kind of has this like rasp to it that Britney Spears does, but
wow.
But I like both those singers, so it's like I don't think that's the problem. Mm-hmm. I was like, is it too like reverby and washed out? There's a lot of noise in this, but I was like, I like that in other songs. Like, why don't I like it here? And then as I was thinking that, I was like, oh wait, I do like this. I like this a lot.
Isn't that weird? This is not the first album that you've talked about that's been the intro.
Yeah.
or the artist, which is interesting because I had the same experience many years ago with U2. And,
oh yeah.
Yeah, and they were playing it. All my friends were playing it, and I was like, I hate this. This is stupid music. I think it was Unforgettable Fire that they were playing, which is a little bit different than their early stuff. And there's some moody songs on it. It's like, and then time passed. Didn't listen to him, listened to him again. Oh wait, I love this. It's my favorite.
Yeah, right.
So it's kind of funny. You put it in the context of when you have control over how you listen to it. Maybe if you were listening to it because Chloe asked you to, there's one thing. And then if it's, okay, I'm going to listen to it because I want to appreciate what she appreciates. But then I'm going to go back and listen to it to see if I really liked it or if I was just pretending.
Yeah. Yeah. It was weird because it was in the first listen. Like,
yeah.
The first listen, I was like, by, I think like the fourth or fifth. Yeah. By like the fifth song, I was like, oh, wait, I like this a lot.
Oh, good. Well, that's cool.
And I've liked everything I've listened to so far.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, let's do it.
That's a journey.
Yeah.
All right.
So the first song is called "She Looked Like Me."
Okay.
And this is kind of, I think it's setting up this like lineage of True and her life. It's kind of talking about her parents and how they met, coming to like America and her being born. I think it's pretty like semi autobiographical to Mika's life.
Okay.
And it's pretty soft in the beginning. Like these like stuttered voice and noises, samples kind of glittering all over the place and like very soft keys. And as the second verse kind of comes around, there's like this bass synth sound that kind of like grows and grows, gets a little grittier.
Yeah.
Until there are these big drum hits that come in. There's just like,
oh, cool.
It's really cool. I don't know if it's true, but it feels like it is. The first hit, when the drums first come in, I think they're a little bit delayed, like just like fractions of a second.
Yeah.
So it's like not right when you're, knowing the song and knowing, okay, this is the beat. This is when something's going to happen. It's like just behind that, and all the other ones are on the beat.
Oh, wow.
But it's really cool. It adds a lot of like tension.
Yeah.
Even if you've heard it a dozen times.
Cool. I like that.
And then as it's, her voice is kind of soft, but as the drums are building, it kind of gets louder. There's more harmonies going, and it builds and builds and builds until the third verse that kind of speeds up a little bit, and it kind of feels like it is like lifted out of the noise.
Oh.
Where she kind of like confronts her past self.
Yeah.
And I watched this one video of this guy, and he just read the verse all the way through. And I really like how it sounded, so I'm going to do the same thing.
Okay.
So here. I didn't know her when she walked in, but I recognized her eyes. Her hair lifted as she stood still, right there in the light. And she felt like a dream. I didn't know what to think. She looked like me. We stood mirrored till I leaned in. And then you know what she did. She shot at me like an earthbound bullet. And then she wrapped her hands around my neck, and I felt love. Just ordinary love. Let me hold you in my arms. Oh, love, that old familiar drug.
Wild.
So it's like weird,
Yeah.
like meeting of the selves.
Yeah.
So she's feeling love, and then she's in the halfway through this verse, it kind of slows back down and goes back into that noise while the lyrics are still going on.
Okay.
It's really kind of trippy and fun.
Yeah.
But then she starts like wondering if she still feels how she did this like other version of herself.
Right.
And the song ends with this lyric: crossed my heart, crossed the earth, law love, and a stone to carry. That's my curse, that's my name. Bang, bang, and it's customary, ordinary.
Yeah.
So I think she's just kind of realizing that her life is kind of just ordinary and there's nothing interesting about it.
Okay.
Maybe how it was before.
Yeah. Cool.
That's the first track. It's kind of a weird intro because it doesn't feel like there's not really a chorus. It's just like only verses.
Yeah.
Besides like a switch up in one of the verses.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But very fun, very noisy, weirdly enough,
Yeah.
but it's very pretty too. And that goes into the song Killing Time.
Okay.
And this is great. This is a great kind of like shuffle groove. It sounds almost like yacht rock.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
And yeah, I think this is where True starts to recognize that she's not like living life. She's not really doing anything. There's lyrics that's like, I don't think and I don't speak, but somebody's got it out for me.
Okay.
And I think there's a lot of songs in here that sound like they might be like breakup or relationship songs.
Sure.
But I think all of them are to herself. So she's not doing anything, but her self has got it out for her.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But there's just like the live instrumentation here is great. Like the way the bass and drum like groove together.
Yeah.
It's just so fun and so tight. But it's a good song. But as it goes and builds, it starts to descend into this like borderline like demonic kind of outro. It's really trippy and like psychedelic, and there's the vocals, but there's like kind of dissonant gang vocals along with them.
Yeah. Okay.
And the lyrics are: I'm looking in the mirror and swallowing the key. It only takes a minute to forget a week. Count up all the years that we spend asleep. If time is meant for living, why is it killing me?
Right. Oh, wow.
And as it gets repeated a few times and noisier, and it's a wild sounding song, especially coming from such a like soft kind of
Yeah.
kind of
Oh, wow. Okay.
intro. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
So now that she's kind of realized that things aren't right, the next track is True Blue Interlude,
Okay.
and it's kind of an interesting song because it's almost like an infomercial. That's kind of how it sounds.
Nice.
For this Imaginal Disk procedure. It's just like very soft, calm instrumentals, very like 2000s sounding.
Yeah. Very cool.
There's a little bit of singing, but it's just like the texture. It's mostly spoken and just kind of talking about what this procedure is. And it's like, it's you. It's the true you, the purest version of you.
Wow.
And so she decides to do it, decides to undergo this procedure. And that goes into the song Image.
Edge.
Image.
Image. Okay. Oh. Okay, that's an interesting name for that.
This song has like a very great club beat. There's like these like arpeggiated synths that kind of bend and slide, and they're all over the place. And it's interesting, like right when the song starts, it kind of it's like this percussive hit before the drums fully come in, but it kind of sounds like it's like slamming the door as she's going in to have this procedure done.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, but the lyric right before the chorus is time to start the clock from the top. I need confidence in medicine, which
Yeah,
I think could either be like confidence that this is going to work or like confidence, like medicine to give her confidence.
could be, right?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. And then we get to the chorus, which is oh my God, 22 more minutes. Oh, so hot. Meet your brand new image. And this is kind of a weird song because we get introduced to the villain of the story, which is the doctor who does this procedure, and he's a creepy looking dude. It's like he's all in red, like these big long red robes, and then his face is like this paper mache star that goes all out.
Oh, interesting.
It's fun.
Is that like in the video for it, or is that?
Yeah, it's in the
Okay.
video, and if you go on their website, you can go to the doctor's clinic and see him there.
Oh, wow, that's a lot, huh?
Yeah. But in the second verse, it's kind of him, his point of view talking. And he says, I'm the best you've got, true or not. I've got common sense. I've got all the common sense. Time to let me in. Let's begin. There's no heaviness just over the precipice.
Okay.
So he's doing this procedure. There's so many points in this song, in this album, where you're just like, that was the right thing to do. Like that was you
Yeah.
for the music. It was reminding me of the Pink Water. Is it the Laurel and Hardy?
Oh, yeah.
He talks about
Yeah,
where it's like
exactly.
you know what the punchline's going to be, and it's still great when it hits. Like,
Right. Right.
so, and like in the last verse, you're like, they should do something. It should be a little heavier here. And when it comes in with like the heavier synth bass,
Right.
you're just like, yeah, this is great.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and it never feels like it's not like it's cliche or anything. It's just like this needs something else, and they're like, okay, yeah, obviously here's something else. And
That's interesting. It's an interesting name for a song based on those things because when you do like a hard drive, you image the disk.
mm-hmm.
And so it kind of has a double meaning because you're redoing the personality. So you're imaging the disc of that person, so that's kind of an interesting thing for a name in this context. So
So the song ends and it's kind of dissonant. All the like echoes kind of collide.
Okay.
You get that kind of door slamming sound again. I think it's True being kicked out and the procedure not working. And we get the song Death and Romance.
Okay.
So yeah, she has her mind wiped. She's trying to recall things. Like in the second verse, she says, "Monday through an echo feels like heaven, feels like a heartache. You run streetlights like halos. As the rain falls, are we too far?" And so I think this is a good like next step. Like once you've kind of forgotten everything, I think like death and romance are very like basic human experiences. Very ground or foundational.
That there's a series on Netflix of their little short animations from a bunch of different people, but it is called Love, Death, and Robots.
Oh yeah.
So
Nice.
yeah. So putting those together is kind of a good universal theme, or good universal theme. Love and hate are two sides of the same coin, type of thing. So
Yeah. And
basic.
the lyrics in the chorus kind of play on the like all's fair in love and war. It's you give and I give until it's all that we have. Nothing is fair in death and romance.
Yes. Yeah. Nice. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I like that. It's a different way of saying it. I like that.
So yeah, this song, it kind of has this like big piano riff as the basis for the whole track that doesn't change too much. This is probably the most pop forward song.
Okay.
But once you get to the chorus, there's these big hits of synth that almost like blow out the speakers.
Gotcha.
It's really cool, and it's like still keeping with the groove and everything. And
That's
then
awesome.
there's a fun kind of switch of the chorus, as this like after the bridge of the song where it's this dance won't end, it goes forever, romance and death keep us together.
Yes. Okay.
And it got me thinking about the Last Meals show.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it's true. I think romance is, I don't want to say like only possible, but like enhanced by the fact that we're all gonna die.
Yes. Yeah. I like that idea. I mean, it's kind of like I was talking about early on about I haven't had a horrible enough life to be a great artist.
Yeah.
Because you know, if we look at the temporary nature of life and the finality and the drama we go through, and you know, different experiences of trauma bring people close together.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and that's always that's an interesting thing, and you do feel an affinity for people when you know what they're experiencing and you know that it's something that most people don't experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, like your episode about the asking all the questions about your grandfather that you didn't really know,
Mm-hmm.
and you haven't really had anybody close die. You know, it's a different experience, and you know that you should feel sympathy for people, but you don't know the depth to which they're going, and
Right.
and what they're actually going through. So, yeah, it's a really interesting concept. I like that. I like that. It's very cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And I also just thinking like, so we're watching the Good Place right now.
Yes.
And there's a point where like Michael kind of realizes that he could die.
Yeah.
And he like breaks down, has like a midlife crisis, or you know.
Yeah.
And he's just like, how do humans do it? Like, how you're gonna die? How are you not miserable all the time? And Eleanor's like, well, you learn about death as a kid, and then it's just kind of always there. So everyone's just always a little sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you know you're gonna die someday. But
and that rolls into that whole premise of the Matrix too, right? Where they're like, we made it perfect, and it broke, and so we made it crappy, and everybody could deal with it, right?
Right.
Humans we can't believe that something's perfect. If it's too good to be true, then it's not true. So
yeah. That's even like the whole finale of the show is that heaven is
right.
terrible because it's perfect, but it never ends.
Right.
And so they add an ending and everyone enjoys it a lot more.
Right.
Yeah, great song, a lot of fun. And it starts to like transition and warp into the next song. There's like a really smooth transition into Fear Sex, which is kind of like a death and romance part 2.
Okay.
Because you could use those as like similes.
Yeah, yeah.
I also think it maybe just because of what I've read this year, but it's like maybe an unintentional Dune reference. Like Fear is the little death.
Yes. Oh, that's funny. Oh, wow.
But it's really cool. It kind of recycles some of the melodies and grooves from Death and Romance into this new track. And it does, this again kind of sounds breakup-y, but I think it's more the internal conflict where she's battling with herself now that she's kind of lost herself.
Okay. So is this, I just kind of brought up a question. So are there some themes that run through this, and like you're saying, it intertwines some of the stuff from the previous? Is it just kind of flow the previous, kind of like a club set would be, or are there tunes that carry through?
Most of them kind of will have a transition into the others. Okay. The first couple of songs don't really. All right. There's not like a lot of, but there's not a lot of downtime between the songs, so there's not like any silence between the sets. But especially in the middle, going towards the end, it can kind of feel like it's all one big long song.
Gotcha. That's interesting. That's kind of Modest Mouse style, right? If you listen to a full album, like you almost have to listen to a Modest Mouse album all the way through because they do flow one to another. And so, but I was wondering because the Black Country New Road had that kind of themes that run through thing, and they'd have a callback. Oh, and you see, there's a lot of those a lot of the albums that you've been talking about have internal callbacks to themselves, which is
Yeah.
means that these new artists are thinking about their work as an album, which a lot of popular artists don't.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
so it's neat to hear that people are still thinking about album context and not just song context. So
Yeah.
that's neat. That's neat.
Yeah. There's the melody that starts and ends, She Looked Like Me, comes up a couple of times
Okay.
in the album.
Gotcha.
I'll get to more of that later. But yeah, it is kind of a full experience.
That's neat. That's
think.
really neat. I like that.
But yeah, she's having this conflict, but she comes to the conclusion of maybe working together with their like conflicting selves,
Okay.
and kind of regretting the procedure. It sounds
Yeah.
like too, because the outro lyrics are, "Please don't die alone overhead. I'll surrender to the voices in the end. Should have known those dirty bastards would have put wires in your head. Are you there, all alone, lost in forever?"
Yeah, I wonder if that's I always think about that wires in your head, and we always have turned over our we've turned over our algorithms to the tech giants, and
Right.
and this seems very much a commentary on that, where
Yeah.
oh, we bought your phone, but it's listening to you, and this is, yeah, of course, right. Of course.
Right.
So
Yeah. There's a really good detail, because the drum groove is very like, it's like very like syncopated and fun. But there's a kick drum that comes in when she says bastards. That's like, it's like really pushes it forward. And I think she kind of puts a little funk on it too.
Yeah.
It's just great.
Put
Love
some
it.
stank on it, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
But that goes on, and then it kind of breaks down until there's just like big wall of synth sounds that they're up here, and then they kind of slide down, and they slide back up. And when they slide down, to me, it kind of sounds like it lowers a curtain, and there's this rumbling sound in the background, and it sounds like the doctor like laughing.
Oh, cool.
And when it goes back up, the rumbling sound isn't there. And when it comes back
Yeah.
down, it kind of comes back. And
Cool.
so that goes, the synths kind of compress until it's like one note that slides back up into a vampire in the corner.
Okay.
And it like starts the song there.
And that's the one that you started with, or what Chloe wanted you to hear. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is like the softest track so far. It's like very like bloopy kind of synths and whispered vocals. And I don't know if this is like a thought that other people have had listening to it, but there's something in the like melody and the chords that sounds so much like Last Christmas.
Okay. All right. That's fun.
But only for like, it's not the whole time. Like it is its own thing, but there's a couple moments where it's like, these songs, they could switch lyrics and have the same, or switch instrumentals, and it'd work for both of them.
Yeah. Wow. Cool.
But yeah, seeing this like figure lurking around, maybe in her mind, but feeling drawn and allure of a vampire.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's a very lovely song. Like the chorus is, "I want to make you mine. Told you 1,000 times I'm your Valentine. Oh, I want to show you around. Don't want to let you down. You're my Valentine."
That's vampire and then Valentine. That's interesting. That's cool.
Yeah.
I read because I've have them up, but the first stanza set of lyrics is interesting too. Just the imagery that it produces too. So I like that with the
Yeah, I think that's another lyric that comes up, or like theme that comes up a lot, is like wanting to dance.
yeah. Okay.
That comes up in a few songs.
Well, I like the someone call the coroner because you're breaking my heart.
Yeah.
That's
It's a
good.
great song. It's really
Yeah.
fun.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
So they do that, and then in the second verse, there's this really syncopated groove that it's hard to count. Like I try to learn how to tap along to it.
Yeah.
Mostly in the car though, so I'm probably not getting it because I got focus on driving. But it's really fun, and it reminds me a lot of like, since we've talked about 21 Pilots a few times, the drumming on this album reminds me a lot of Josh's drumming.
All right.
In that, like, these are pop songs.
Yeah.
You'd have like very simple beat, but if you listen to Josh's drumming, it's really involved.
Right.
And there's a lot of intricacies. Even if he is doing a simple, like, 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of groove, there's still a lot that he's doing with other parts of the drum. And
so that's an interesting topic, because you as you develop your musical taste, you start to understand or hear things differently, right? So when I worked at the Scottsdale Chamber of Commerce, the other two guys that were young guys that worked there, both were in bands. And so both.
Oh yeah.
So the one guy was a drummer, and number one, he had a really cool drum kit that it was made, the company that made the drums had made drums for the Civil War.
Whoa.
So, and still making drums from their own grove of trees.
Whoa. That's crazy.
Yeah. So it was a really cool drum set. But we always had these talks about is there any new music? Is there anything that's really innovative? And then another lament about good drumming. People just put a standard beat on something and just sing to it, and so we were going along and I came back and it's like, you know what? Because I started to listen for drums. I said, I was telling Dan is one of them. It's like, you know who does really good drumming, which I was surprised by, is Duran Duran. He goes, oh yeah, I've always. he goes, no argument for me. They've always been amazing, and it is, if you listen to it, the drumming on it is really intricate, and that's I think what plays into their longevity and all the hits. And so I think giving attention to all the parts of all the instruments is important. It's the same reason why I think a 21 Pilots song can even be, not that any of them really are that terrible, but they can be saved with good drumming or saved with a good guitar part, not that they need to be. I think they're pretty quality, but sometimes it's just the fact that drum beat's really great.
Right.
So that's cool.
It makes me think a lot about, like, I watched some video of this guy breaking down like the 5 things you need to do to drum like Travis Barker.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, one thing that he does is he doesn't just use the cymbals for accents or for the timekeeping. Like, he just uses them as higher pitched drums. Yeah. And throws them into a groove like any other part of the drum would be. Yeah, that's really neat. That's cool stuff. I appreciate drumming because and I know you do because you drum, but it is tough. You can't you can't make drums sound good if you suck. Yeah. So you can beat on stuff, and I can make a rhythm with my hands, but when it comes to drums, it's a different thing. So there's whole ways of hitting the drum. Like, it seems like you just go down with a stick, but there's so much more to it than that. And the thing that tells you there's so much more to it, and I wish they'd do 2 hours of it. If you could have Fred Armisen with Questlove watching him. Yeah. Because that's happened a bit on Jimmy Fallon. Yeah. So that's happened a few times. And then because Fred Armisen he does like this analysis of different drum types, and this is what makes this is drumming for this type of song. This is drumming for this. And then you see Questlove go, I mean, he's just he's like, oh, you're like, there's brilliance, recognizing brilliance, and none of the rest of us understand. And so I think that would be a hilarious, that could be an epic thing to watch, is the two of them talking together for hours. It would be, I'd sit there rapt. Yeah. So awesome. That's cool. So saying that is to say that, like, the drum beat, the kick drum follows that syncopated rhythm. That's not on the beat at all. Cool. Which it seems like something you wouldn't want to do with the drums, but it works here and it's great. And then in the chorus, halfway through the second chorus, there's these big synths that come up that are just like jump in octaves.
Okay.
And it always reminds me, I know they sound different because I've listened to them back and forth just to make sure, but it always reminds me of when the synths come in really loud in Dance Yourself Clean
Okay.
by LCD Sound System.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There's these like boom boom boo doo boo doo boo doo boo. It's just kind of seems random.
Yeah.
It feels random, but it's really good. And it kind of sounds like this, where it's these big synths that just kind of jump around.
That's cool.
Just to add a texture.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
Yeah, that's neat. That's really neat.
Yeah. And then the chorus repeats again, and she like jumps the octave in the melody and sings it, and everything kind of explodes, and it's good. It's a lot of fun.
Are both of them musicians? Like, do that, like multiple instrument musicians, or is she just the singer? Or
Yeah, so they both do the production and the songwriting.
Cool.
Yeah, which I do appreciate. I know it's very often if there's these like man-woman duos.
Yeah.
It's just the guy doing a lot of the production.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, they both do it together.
That's cool.
I think she's listed in the like credits on the album as playing the guitar.
That's
And so there's some really good like guitar solos in here that are fun.
Man, I have a guitar that I need to give to you, and a mini one. It's awesome.
Oh, cool.
It's a Roland like mini. It's great. And then
That's cool.
Yeah, there's a couple instruments I need to get to, and I have a organ version of your melodica.
Oh yeah.
So I want to fix that up.
That's cool.
Because I think you'll like the extra chords it has. So anyway,
Yeah.
I digress. I was just thinking about that, but yeah, now that you've mentioned the guitar, I think they'd be better in your hands.
I wouldn't say no.
and the guitar has, I think, a MIDI out too. So
Oh, nice. I think I still have some of those chords laying around.
Awesome.
So yeah, this one has another pretty seamless transition into the next song, Watching TV.
Okay.
And I think it is kind of based around like that sentiment that TV rots you from the inside out.
Nice. Yep.
And so in True's case, it is. It's like if she's just wasting her time, it's breaking out these emotions that she's maybe trying to bury. But ultimately, she needs to like face her fears. And as it says, it's time to meet the monsters around you. And then again, it's time to meet the monsters inside you.
Yeah.
This is probably one of the most like vapor wavy tracks. Like it sounds very Microsoft.
Okay.
In a way. Kind of has those like startup sounds.
Yeah.
Littered throughout it.
That's cool. I do like with that lyric you just said, the right before it, is interesting because it says, "Look out behind you, the shadows are near. They know what's been wrong with you."
Mm-hmm.
And then it tells you about the monsters around you. It's time to meet. That's kind of that interesting thing that about I just said earlier about the algorithms are hearing you, and those are kind of the monsters in the shadows, right? That they know what's been wrong with you, and then you have this deep conversation with somebody about your medical problems, and all of a sudden you get ads for stuff, and you're like, dude, that was private.
Yeah, right.
I haven't even searched for that drug, and you're telling me how to get it. So
yeah.
So
for a long time, this is my favorite track.
Okay.
It's just so fun. The startup sounds and how it builds. And I think the biggest thing for me that really made me love it is how it ends. And it kind of goes back to that it's time to meet the monsters inside you.
Yeah.
But as it repeats that a couple times, things in the instrumental start glitching and stuttering.
Oh, cool.
For like half a second.
Yeah.
And then so it'll be like just a synth or just a drum glitching, and then it's her voice glitching, and then it's the whole track glitching.
Nice.
And it's so good and done so well, and again very tastefully, because they could have added a lot more glitching all the way to the end of the song, but they let the song play out cleanly at the final climax, the loudest point.
Yeah.
And it's just good. It's just good songwriting, good production. And
That's really cool.
So much fun.
That's nice.
And there's a little bit of those like horror sounding synths that are like very high pitched and stringy that hang around into the next song, Tunnel Vision.
Okay.
So again, this one, I'm trying to remember how it goes. Okay. gonna play the song in my head for a second,
Okay. Yeah, I know.
so I know
Okay,
what I'm talking
gotcha.
about. So this one again starts very soft, like very soft keys, but as Mika starts singing, there's like very punchy kick drums. But I think this song is kind of like true facing the facts, like agreeing with the facing the monsters for the last song, and just love it. There's like an intro a little bit, but the first verse actually goes I learned of right and wrong. I learned to follow one, and suddenly I can breathe. I turn my headlights on. I turn them on, and I'm aware of all my parts. And suddenly I see everything's wrong. And then I get tunnel vision, and it goes into the chorus.
Oh wow.
And then I get tunnel vision closing in over me. I forget with love as my witness. I can stand on my feet. I fall back, and then I see tunnel vision, and kind of loops
Cool.
into the chorus again. So good. I really the way that she sings the I can stand on my feet, I fall back, then I see. I can stand on my feet and fall back, and I see.
Oh, cool.
The way it just kind of
yeah.
bounces back and forth. And I think it's kind of fun that like going up the body, like feet back, see.
Yeah. That's neat.
That's fun.
That's really cool.
Another great songwriting thing here. There's a time signature change. So it starts in 4/4, pretty easy.
Yeah.
And it's in time, which is like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
But then in the chorus, it switches into 12/8, and it's in the same tempo. So if you were just going like 1, 2, 3, 4, and you kept counting that, you would stay on time. But it goes into the 12/8, so the division is different. So instead of being like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, it's 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, and so you're getting more notes coming at you. And it also goes into halftime.
Yeah, that's cool.
So instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2.
Oh.
So it's like the first time it happens, it's really kind of disorienting because it everything kind of cuts out. There's no drums or anything.
Yeah.
Keeping with the groove, it's just some chords in the vocal. But when the drums do come in, it feels so good. It's just like yes.
Is that half beat rhythm that you just did? Does that happen? It sounded like a waltz. Is that something that's in a waltz? Is like that?
That feel the 12/8 can kind of be because it's that triplet feeling. So it's 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3.
Because isn't a waltz 3/4?
Yeah, so it's like 1 2 3 1 2 3.
Yeah, and okay.
So you do get that kind of swinging shuffle feeling.
Yeah, that's kind of an up and down kind of, and you're talking about going up the body and down the body. The waltz kind of is an up and down and spin.
Right. Yeah.
So interesting.
Yeah. So you get another verse, another chorus, and this time when it changes into the chorus, the drums stay there, so you feel the groove change a lot harder.
Okay.
So it's so nice. It just feels like very, very fun, very thoughtful.
Oh,
I
neat.
think.
Yeah.
And yeah, it fits with the lyrics great. The like kind of not waltzy, but like lilting feeling.
Yes.
Also in this chorus, you get like some of the best harmonies from Mika. They're just so lush. There's been harmonies all over the place, but these ones are all like the same volume and they're all kind of densely packed. And it sounds so good.
Oh, cool. That's neat.
And you get this crazy outro for the last 2 minutes of the song, which is really cool. I didn't know this until doing some research. This outro happens 22 minutes after the line in Image, where she's like 22 more minutes.
Oh, okay.
This is 22 minutes later, and it's wild. It's definitely a very prog sounding outro, but it's also like industrial sounding.
Interesting.
It's just the drum and bass just doing largely the whole basis for it, and then there's all these random notes and synths like fluttering all over the place. There's these really like scratchy guitars bending up and down. It's huge and it's wild. And if you told someone that this is a pop album and you played them this part, they'd be like, "You're lying to me." This doesn't sound anything close to a pop album.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's wild. It's one of the craziest things I've heard. And it's just so fun.
Nice.
So yeah, and it kind of acts as like the end of part 1 of the story.
All right.
So it ends. and there's a breath. You can hear a breath like, and it goes in the song "Love Is Everywhere."
Okay.
And this sounds like a love song in a movie. Like it sounds very romantic.
Okay. Cool.
I saw that it's a reworking of a song that they did for Lil Yachty, if you know him.
No. Okay.
Which was it a year or two? Yeah, 2023. He did like trap music and stuff like that, and
Right.
still does. But in 2023, he put out this like psychedelic rock album that was actually really solid.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
But they produced a song for it, and it's kind of funny. Listening to "Love Is Everywhere" so much, and hearing this one, that's like it's like the same bass line, and the synth sound they use in the song is the vocal melody in this song. And it's like maybe they weren't planning on using it at that point, and they're just like, "Hey, here's something you can use for your song that we can produce for you."
Yeah, that's interesting, huh?
And then they're just like, no, I guess we're gonna use it."
That's fun.
But yeah, very romantic strings, like those big like runs up into the
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there's just like this recognition of love everywhere. And maybe some regrets for like trying to fight it in past songs, trying to push against that idea.
Right.
But it's great. It's definitely a much needed like palate cleanse from the heaviness of tunnel vision.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not entirely happy song, but
Yeah, not really.
just looking some of the lyric stuff, it's like okay. But it does say love is everywhere, so that's good.
Yeah. Maybe despite all the bad
stuff.
things.
Yeah. That's fun.
And this is where at the end of it you kind of get that melody from She Looked Like Me again come up a little bit.
All right. Yeah.
And how it goes. And then there's another, this is just kind of, it's a very short song, the next song, Feeling Disconcerted.
Okay.
Just a fun pun.
Yeah. Oh.
But it's just kind of a prelude. It's it's all orchestral as far as I can tell.
Okay.
Where it's kind of a orchestral version of that She Looked Like Me melody.
Right.
And there's a little bit of like audience noise, like, at the orchestra cheering them on.
Oh, disc inserted. Oh, that's great. That's great. Oh, wow. That's nice.
And that the audience noise kind of transitions into the first opening chords of That's My Floor.
Okay.
And when I first listened to the album, this is my favorite song. It's so good.
Okay.
So I think in this song, True kind of finds her passion. She finds what interests her, and she wants to like get off on that floor and spend some time there.
That's neat.
And so in the second verse, I think that kind of shows that where it's, do you know what's waiting down the hall? Is your body pinned against a wall? People used to think about the meaning of it all. So maybe if I opened up my mind, I could really learn to look alive. Never really noticed I'm the transcendental type.
Nice.
So that's her floor. That's where she wants more. She's kind of floating above. So she's floating above the lobby, which I think is like floating above the ordinary everyday places or situations and wanting to be at like a higher thought level, if that makes sense.
Yeah. It's there's here, let me just do this. There's a lyric there that kind of goes with the transcendental thing, where it says, life's a chore, but floating above the lobby, that's my door. I let it open me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of that's a neat, yeah. And because transcendentalism emphasizes intuition, individualism, and the inherent goodness of people and nature.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Yeah.
And this song is just a banger.
Okay. Good.
Again, just the drum and bass work together really well to just hold everything down. There's this great like in the bridge, it kind of I think shifts to like a random key.
Okay.
Right out of the place and just this like lush kind of instrumental bit. But as it goes back into the chorus, there's just like chromatic rising bit, and then there's this massive drum fill and bass lick that goes right into the chorus again, and it's so nice. It's like
cool.
I wish people would keep writing good bass lines like that. I love the bass on this album, and it's hard to find good good bass sometimes.
Yeah, that's neat.
It's interesting because like they obviously use a lot of synths, and synths can be a lot of different things, especially in the bass. And so if they just want the bass of the chord and the heaviness there,
Yeah.
a lot of time it'll be a synth, and the actual like electric bass kind of functions like a guitar where it's doing the melody or the riff more, and it just sounds great.
Oh,
So some really fun parts
yeah.
that no one would really write for bass unless you were using it in this weird context. And
That's cool.
yeah, it's great. There's a guitar solo at the end that's like kind of Tom Morello inspired at some points, just like
neat.
scratchy, noisy fun.
Yeah. That's some fun stuff.
Yeah. And this one doesn't have a super strong transition to the next song, but that's fine.
Okay.
The next song is "Cry for Me," and the band had said that this is the villain again. This is the Doctor's perspective.
Okay.
And I think he's realizing that he lost. He kind of failed his mission.
Yeah.
But he still sees himself as a pretty like grand figure and is worthy of sympathy and
Yeah.
for losing. He has like the lyric, leave leave all my dregs to all my progeny, cry for me.
That's that's funny. This is reminding me of another, at least lyrically, of another.
Yeah.
It's kind of sympathy for the devil, right? Like
right.
just anyway.
And then the lyric at the end kind of ends the song is fate led me astray, take me whole and wash me away. All along there was a story. Spare me all the allegories, please. Oh, please, share a little kiss, and that's forever. Think of love when you remember me. I'm standing right over here.
Oh wow.
So this is where I think your Eurovision comment comes back, because this is such an ABBA song.
Oh, cool.
It's so ABBA, like very like Gimme 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 or Dancing Queen.
Yeah.
It's great. It sounds like, I mean, ABBA already has kind of a alien aesthetic,
right?
Right.
But
this sounds like an ABBA song being abducted by an alien.
Nice.
It's so fun.
That's a fun way of putting it.
Yeah. And it took me a minute to realize that the first time I heard it, because it kind of has these like descending piano bits in that top part that I was like, oh, that's very like Life of Mars by David Bowie.
Yeah.
I was like, that's kind of fun. It's kind of, and then I was thinking like Fan of the Opera too. And it's like,
yeah, okay.
Like, oh, wait, no, this is just ABBA.
Yeah. That's so funny. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But it does that, and it kind of fades into this like storm.
Okay.
These rainstorm sounds. And it goes into Angel on a Satellite.
Okay.
Which that title had actually showed up in Feeling Disconcerted.
Okay.
A little bit. She just says Angel on a Satellite.
I saw that there was like 4 lines of something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think this is where True, I think, tries to see herself through other people. See, not just, maybe she's not no longer caught in her like self-interest or self-love. She's trying to look outwards and connect with other people more. It's definitely the calmest song of the album. It's very like lush and slow. It's kind of like the 2000s piano rock feeling at some points.
All right.
But I think this is also where the story resolves.
Okay.
And in the last chorus, she says, damn man, play that thing. Keep on pulling at my strings. Because when I see me through your eyes, I love me. So don't leave my side. You always see the sky, angel on a satellite.
Okay. Wow.
So yeah, just like if other people can see me and love me, I should be able to do that too. And look outwards and
right.
Yeah. And then we get the final song, which is the Ballad of Matt and Mika. Which I think this kind of functions as like a post-credits scene in a way.
That's funny.
It's really fun. And I think it also just shows that they really love making music together. They just enjoy the process together.
Nice.
So there's the intro, it has like some electric piano, and then there's this like weird kind of duet with Mika and this crazy loud synth that just it's kind of like a call and response thing. It's so loud, so overtakes everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Just for a couple seconds. And it does that. It builds up and feels like it's, everything kind of rushes together, and it drops into this slower groove that kind of finishes out the song. And this is where it takes the melody from She Looked Like Me and, other points.
Yeah.
And repurposes them as the finale.
Nice.
So the lyrics are open heart, old cliche, 2 kids and a Newtown baby. Is it my turn? Small time fame, bang bang, and a happy ending. Down the line through my veins, not ordinary. Is it my heart? Is it my brain? Law, love, and a song to carry. Killing time every day, bang bang, never ending. Is it my luck? Is it my fate? Not ordinary.
Nice.
And yeah, I think the last lyric of the first song was ordinary. And through this progression, it's not ordinary. I think she realizes that there's more intrigue and enjoyment in her life, and
good.
It's a very happy sounding song.
Oh,
very like R&B Jackson 5 sounding.
no, that's
just really great. And then it ends with another kind of horn section.
Yeah.
That is a little dissonant. There's some tension there. But it ends, and there's unlike the last album, there's no loop, so it's like a conclusion. So I think even like ends a loop from their first album into their second album.
Oh, cool.
And that's the album. So yeah, the final thoughts. I said a lot, but just like what a fun album. It's just nice to listen to. And there is more you can get out of it if you want to get out of it, but you can also just sit back and enjoy it. And
that's cool.
I think it's like perfectly produced. Everything sounds great. The whole spectrum of sound is always filled out in a nice way.
Nice.
And I think another thing that shows how good it is that my favorite song keeps changing like almost every time I listen to it.
That's nice, though. It's nice to have that. Maybe it just changes with your moods, but it's nice that it covers all the moods, right?
Yeah.
And gives you that. Yeah, there's days when on most of the artists I like, there's days when one of their songs is better than the other. And and yet I'll remember, there was a time when this was the best song I've ever heard, and then today it's this one.
Right.
So that's good. Yeah. That's good that they cover a swath of emotions and topics that can draw you in still. So that's good to hear.
Yeah. And it's kind of weird because I always get kind of emotional listening to this album.
Yeah.
And it's not like I start tearing up, and it's not sad. I think it's just so good that my body doesn't know what else to do.
As often as I think you and Josie are very different, there are some similarities.
Yeah.
And one of them is the tearing up. Josie and you don't know how to process emotions like normal human beings. So normal at times. Yeah. And you're getting a lot better, but there's been a lot of times when you didn't process the world like a human. And I was like, I saw you born, but I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure you've always existed on this plane.
Yeah.
So, but you guys also are able to speak music and, different language than some of the rest of us. So that's cool.
But yeah, there's so many layers to discover. Like there's more that I discovered trying to study for this. I thought I'd found most of them. And there's even so much more that I didn't talk about because I just didn't want to talk for 4 hours.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like the live strings and the live horns they use that are kind of peppered throughout, or how they use the acoustic guitar. It's always like super subtly, but it's in there, and it's
cool.
great. And yeah, they're still putting out a lot of quality stuff. A couple months ago, they were like putting out 2 new songs every week.
Oh, wow.
They were all great. All a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's really cool. It looks like they did a bunch of short ones and now they're doing full albums. But
yeah, all the mini mixes.
Yeah. So that's neat. Oh,
cool. Yeah, I hope to see them one day.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of fun, and I appreciate their very DIY aesthetic to their shows and their production and just everything.
You might be able to. It does say they're based in LA now, so
Yeah.
so maybe they'll make a West Coast run, right?
Yeah.
And
I think so.
yeah.
They've come by Portland a few times. I just
Okay.
when I finally decided to listen to this album, that was already sold out. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Good deal. Well, that's awesome. Thanks for bringing that. It's fun to discover these new albums. I think we're both discovering things, so that's good.
Yeah. A lot of fun. Yeah, I did find the repair manual.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
Yeah, so I have that now.
Oh, it's just a nice book.
Yeah.
And that's funny. That's really, it's really kind of funny to have talked that much about it. And I don't know if anybody else has ever.
Maybe.
And so, but I do appreciate people taking pride in what they do. So that's going to be cool.
Well,
Yeah.
thanks for listening.
Yeah. I liked
Thanks
it.
for being a part, and hope you enjoy it. It's super fun.
Yeah. I might be going for a drive in a minute. So I'll next time I'm kind of flying solo, I'll pop it in.
Yeah.
So, and,
Definitely. Yeah. Do it with headphones too, because you'll enjoy it. Or if you get the chance.
yeah, I've been enjoying doing that too. My new headphones, I've been listening really intently to stuff, and it's been really cool.
Yeah.
So good. Well, thanks for sharing, Max. It's always interesting. I know that we talk about music a little bit differently because you get all the time signatures and the how and so I'm always enjoying. While I have done some music, I always kind of like letting you do the, kind of letting you take lead on more music, because I know that's something you really understand, and it's really nice to hear all the input you have on how it's done. And it makes it interesting.
I like to do that. I mean, I try to point out the ones that I think are actually interesting, because there's a lot of music where it's like, thinks that by changing time signatures that makes it good.
Yeah.
And it's like, it just makes it complicated.
Yeah.
Which can make it good, but that
yeah, did you do it with talent or just with obnoxiousness?
Yeah.
Right.
I know I had a friend in high school who wrote some like super obscure thing that changed the time signature every other bar. Yeah. And it's just like, I mean, I guess it's cool that you can do that, but I don't enjoy listening to this.
Yeah, I had something like that. I wasn't trying to inflict on anybody, but there's all these different kinds of poems you can write, where like, and Josie had to do one for an assignment where you take you take a set of words from a poem and you make that the first letter, acrostic poem or something like that. And so you're kind of writing your poem based on the words. You take the first word, right?
Okay, yeah.
And so you take the first word and you write your poem, but the first word in the line is this other line from a poem, from a famous.
Right.
So, which is kind of a technique that's used a lot. It's been done a lot. Mm-hmm. So I wrote one where the first stanza and last stanza are limericks in the limerick form.
Yeah.
And then the first stanza, they're a haiku to begin, haiku at the end. All the words from the first haiku are the first words in the next section, and all the words from last haiku are the last words of the section. And I filled in. So it was just like an exercise to see how complicated a poem I could make. And make it my style. Like, I created this, and it's obnoxious, but it was fun to try it out. But it's it'd be interesting. Yeah. It's just an exercise. It's an exercise to make you kind of push what you're doing. So
yeah, I mean, I say that, like, making it complicated doesn't make it good. And like one of the things I wrote in college when I was in the jazz combos, it was 5 bars of 7/8 and then 1 bar of 6/8.
Yeah.
That is not a good repeating. That's like 41 beats and not a nice number to repeat on. But the point is that I had written a bass part for that little bass riff, and the groove of it felt good, and that's just what it happened to end up being.
Oh, nice.
Like, I think I wanted it in 7/8, and 7/8's not that crazy.
Yeah.
But I was like, the last part of it doesn't sound good as 7/8, so I just need to cut off the extra one.
Nice. That's great.
But that wasn't even how we were really feeling it. We're just like feeling the groove.
Yeah. Yeah. That's neat. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to play around with that stuff, and it's good that when the complicated stuff is there, it's nice when it sounds good and it's not so obvious that you're like, oh, you're trying to be complicated. It's just nice to recognize that it's complicated, but it sounds good.
Right. Yeah.
So that's always the hard part, right? That's the
Right.
hard. That's what we've been talking about a lot, is who's really talented, and it's the making it look simple but super complicated, and you think, oh, that's a simple thing, but it's not. And that's really what it comes down to, is, you really have to know how to play an instrument really well to make it sound that bad or that off, so
Right.
and that's neat, neat thing. So yeah, cool,
Awesome.
well, thanks for everything. Thanks for everybody that listens and is listening, and we appreciate it, and we'll keep going, because it's fun to do. It keeps us on a schedule, and
Right.
and gives me something to look forward to each week, spending time with you. So thanks for everything, Max.
Of course. Yeah. Thanks for being here.
All right,
Talk to you later.
talk to you there.
Bye.